This morning, people near Vancouver, Washington, and some parts of North Portland have been telling us about a strong, strange smell.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of calls and emails from you, our viewers, saying it smells like natural gas or maybe onions. Cowlitz County officials have now confirmed they've tested the air for oxygen levels in Kalama. There's no sign of any dangerous gas there. They've also reached out to a long list of industrial facilities, pipelines, railways. None of them have reported anything out of the ordinary. It's still not clear what the smell is or where it's coming from. In a statement on Facebook, Cowlitz County's Department of Emergency Management says, quote, "We can neither confirm or deny at this time if it is harmful. There have been reports of eye and throat irritation along with headaches, possibly related to the odor. At this time, it is recommended that if you encounter the odor at your residence, you close the doors and windows and turn off outdoor air sources until the odor is identified." The Post goes on to say that the strange smell is getting weaker and dissipating as it drifts south. Again, this is all we know. We know many of you have experienced this, though, so we will keep you updated as soon as we can get some more information.